Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Old RPG Gaming. We are playing Digimon World Re-Digitize in English because it's fucking awesome, because the guys on Operation Decoded just are amazing. How is everyone? This weather is killing me right now. It's like over 30 degrees. It's literally making me sick. Patamon is where we finished the last episode. We're going to train him and see what champion we get. When the guys over on the Decoded project released this, they did give us a couple of passwords, and it's taken me about 6 days to realise where you put them in. So I have them here. There's one that I want in particular, just getting it up now for you guys. Gives you like extra meat, and there's one that I want in specific. It's like you got meat, portable potties, autopilots, restore floppies, offense chips, storage card. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to put these in. I'm going to punch these in real quick, and then when I've got them all in, I'll show you in the mailbox what they all are, and I'll leave the passwords in the description. So if you haven't seen them or you missed them when you downloaded the game, I'll put these in the description. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, there we go, guys. So I've put all the passwords in, and it just comes through on our mail. So let's go take a look what goodies we got. Again, I'll put these passwords in the description so that you guys can follow this too. We want to go to mail. Here we go. So we've got 10 meat, which is handy because these are hungry Digimon on this game. 10 portable bodies, which is good for when we're out. 10 autopilots, again good for getting back to the city real quick. 5 restore floppies, which is beautiful. 3 offense chips, that was the reason I wanted to do this. And I added this one, I put this one in as well just to show you, because it's pretty cool. So there we go, that's that done, guys. Right. Remember, those will be in the description if you want to follow that. Let's head on over to the Coliseum then. Where are we at with Patamon? So we got 133 offense. We need to work on pretty much the rest of our stats. Starting with defense, as we only have 39. It's doable, guys. We can do this. Another good thing of putting those passwords in is if you don't have a whole lot of meat and you're struggling with that, like I know a couple people are. Someone mentioned that already. I am too. I've been struggling with it. Then you can always sell, some of the stuff that you just pulled from the passwords. Is a good way to get meat. Meat's quite cheap. So let's go start with defense. I'm interested to see what we actually end up with, because like I said at the end of the last episode, I think there's quite a few possibilities with Patamon. So just gonna go for one more on the defense just to get it level with the rest of our stats. It's about right. Again, it's so much more convenient training in the Coliseum because you're right next to the toilet. As long as you have like meat, you've got your food, you've got your toilet, pretty much everything else that they ask for, like sleep. It doesn't matter where you are. I did come across I think it's called something like Digigrass or Screech Grass or something like that. And basically, if you can find those in the signpost forest, keep hold of them, because they're real handy when you're training, especially if it's a Digimon like this that we're going to be literally like training constantly. Like a rookie Digimon, or even if a champion and you're trying to get it to the next one. It completely gets rid of exhaustion. Well, I'm not sure if it completely gets rid of it, but I used it when he had the sweat thing, like to say that he was tired, and then I could train like 4 or 5 times more, and then he was just sleepy. So I'm not sure whether it removes it completely, but that's a good training thing to have. Helps with the training. So I'm just going round now, just like we did with the baby Digimon. Just going to go around, try and even all the stats, get them like quite high to the 100 mark, and for the HP and MP, try and hit near 1,000. You can see what I mean about the food. I mean, just this episode alone, I think that's the 3rd time already Patamon's been hungry, and this is only a rookie Digimon. I do like that you get 5 meat a day though, that's pretty cool. And you do have the off chance that he says, oh, I grew loads of meat today, so that's our HP done. Speed, very important. You can have like the most powerful move and be real slow walking around. These Digimon tend to walk like until they find the spot that they're happy to execute the move. You know, if you press attack, they just kind of, yep, when I'm ready. So speed's a good thing. He's hungry again. You know, this is exactly what I mean, and exactly what one of you guys was saying to me in the comment section about the food. Just to give you a little update, I try and play ahead of where we are on our playthrough here on my PSP save, just so that I got a little idea of where I'm going, and that we're not like wandering around doing not a lot in the episodes that you guys get to watch. I've managed to do the next 2 memorial stone things, and I think my current Digimon, I can't remember, it's either Meramon or Blue Meramon. I'm pretty sure it's the blue one, because that comes after Meramon, doesn't it? And he's pretty cool. He's tired. We can't train him anymore just yet, but the File City that this game is based in is a lot bigger than the original. But the original was just like tiny. We've had a sleep since the start of this episode, so we're going to come out here and we are going to go right. We're going to go right to collect our meat, and then before we come back to the Coliseum, I just want to go and visit, if he's not tired by then, I'm going to go and visit the clinic, because the Angemon will take rid of all our tiredness. It's pretty cool. Better than the little guy in Digimon's house. He does the same thing, but not as much. If anybody's wondering about this, I've been looking at this a lot. 101 bits, I've seen that, the lowest I've seen that is 63, and the highest I've seen it so far is 130, so there we go, that's nice, a lot of meat. That's something that we need. Guys, hit the comment section up. Remember, I try and be as interactive with the people watching my playthroughs as I possibly can, but if you don't comment, I can't talk to you all. Let me know in the comments, what Digimon have you got? Are you struggling with anything? Got any tips for me? Let me know, guys. So let's remove his fatigue. I think that passes a little bit of time as well, so he'll probably be tired soon. Sleepy rather than tired. We don't want to go that way just yet. There we go, he's tired again. So it is important that we try and get his stats like as high as possible while he's at his rookie stage, because we don't want to end up with, not to be horrible to whichever one we may get, but we don't want a bad champion Digimon, you know. If we get a good champion Digimon, then we don't have to try and get to the next one. We can just, you know, raise his stats a little bit, and then he'll be good enough to take out and we can carry the story on. But I found with, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a Greymon with red stripes on it, and it has gloves on. It looks exactly like a Greymon, it's just a little bit skinnier. Red stripes and gloves on. Anybody knows that, let me know. I had one of those, and it was just so poor. Like really, it was awful. It didn't have. It couldn't use any of like the firewall or anything like that. All it could do was Mach Punch, and you know, for a champion Digimon, that's very disappointing. I was dealing out like 43 and 42 damage per hit, which is useless. See, this guy's starting to take 3 per feed now. Okay, so where are we at with his stats? We need to go for defense and brains, and then we're pretty much good. Brains is here, and defense is on the other side. Shouldn't take long, 3 of each. Oh, time's up. Who did we get, guys? Patamon Digivolved into... I don't even know what that's called. What are you? You don't look very championish. Gatomon. Well, his stats went up quite a bit. You know, his HP and MP gained 500. The rest of his stats seems to kind of level out. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, to be honest. He can. This is what I mean. He can only use Mach Jab, and for a champion Digimon, that's not great. That's the only move we know for him as well. Okay, what I'm gonna do then, guys, is just before we end this episode, I'm just gonna train the shit out of his brains in hope of learning some new moves. And we have got 3 offense chips as well that will greatly help him. I don't think this Digimon's going to be good enough for going to do what we need to do, the story. There are a couple of tough battles coming up. It is cool though to see a Digimon that I haven't had before and wasn't available in the original. I don't even think this Digimon existed when the original came out. I'm not sure. We can get his brains to 200. Then I'll use the chips on him, which will pretty much double his offense as well to 300. I mean, the requirements, what it tells you in like the evolution information part, it's pretty vague. It just says like high HP, high MP kind of thing. Things like that depending on which Digimon. But it doesn't tell you specifically like the mark. Like I remember reading on game FAQs and stuff like that for the previous game, that you had to have like, I don't know, like 2,500 or more than 200 but under 300 and stuff like that to get certain Digimon, and their weight was a factor, and then there was a bonus condition. Don't seem to have, well, if there is, it's not as clear in this game. I was quite excited when we got Patamon. I didn't realise we were going to end up with a pussycat that only knows the weakest move in the game. Well, that's his brains. I'm going to feed him these offense chips. One, two, three, there we go. Okay, he is tired, but I'll sort that out in the next episode, guys. This one's probably a little bit longer than the previous ones have been, but the one before this was real short, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So we're age 3, just under 300 offense. Let's round that up right now because I hate things like that. Let's just make this real quick while I'm saying goodbye to you all and thank you for watching. Hopefully in the next episode then he'll Digivolve again. To what? I don't know. But his stats are, they're getting there. It's a work in progress. Very unpredictable, these Digivolutions. What the last thing I wanted to show you then, guys, before I go, is the storage card that we got from the passwords. I'm not quite sure how this works, but when I seen it on my PSP, I was like pretty gobsmacked. Now, look at this Digimon, look at the stats. It's maxed out on offense, pretty much maxed out on HP, very close on MP, and then all its other stats are above 800, you know. This is a incredible Digimon. I don't know why his image isn't showing up. He's like a tall robot looking kind of thing. Mirage Gawalgamon or something like that. Sashenka. Anyway, that's that. You get that from the password, so if you want to get that for yourself, go get it. I don't think you can use it walking around. I think it's just for the Coliseum, but yeah, I'll put them all in the description for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go on and carry on, just record the next episode straight away. It makes sense too while I got time. I hope you're enjoying it. Like I said, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know how your Digimon adventures go. And one more meat, come on. 2 more meats. There we go. Hungry motherfucker. Okay. Hit like, hit subscribe. I'll see you next time, guys. Cheers.